Collision detection parking mode, also known as impact detection only. Now, this is a very confusing parking mode because a lot of people seem to think that, oh, so my dash camera doesn't have impact detection, only these ones do. No, when you're using like motion detection or time lapse or even low bit rate if you're a Vueroid user, all of those modes also have impact detection. What I'm specifically talking about is low power mode or energy saving mode or collision detection mode that a lot of these dash cameras have on the market. What this is the dash camera goes into like a hyper sleep mode and it draws very low current. And the reason why you want to do this is so you don't have to worry about your car battery. It'll last for typically days, even weeks on some of the dash cameras like the Vueroid, which draws 2 milliamps of current, and the Thinkware, which draws 7 to 10 milliamps of current, which is very low and would last for weeks. Now, here's the thing. Does the collision detection actually work well? Is it worth it? Most of these dash camera companies are marketing it and telling you it's going to do a certain thing, but is it effective and is it worth the money? Well, I'm going to nail it all down here with 8 different dash cameras, and we're going to show you what the response time is and if it's worth it. Let's go. So let's start with our first test. We have the Vueroid D21 4K, the new IROAD X10 Pro, still not available in North America, and the Red Tiger F77. Now, all 3 of these units are 4K front dash cameras, and as you can see, I'm going to throw the basketball at the windshield, and I just did a little bit of adjustment there. The Vueroid wakes up in 2.16 seconds, IROAD X10 Pro 3.08 seconds, and the Red Tiger F77 takes a whopping, oh, wait for it, 17.03 seconds. So do you really think a dash camera that's going to wake up 17 seconds after impact is going to help you out or do anything if somebody backs into you in a parking lot? No, they're going to drive away. They're long gone. So we went and tested it again with the Vueroid D21 4K to see, is it consistent? Is it in the 2 to 3 second mark? And as you can see, boom, made impact 2.49 seconds, IROAD X10 Pro at 3.09 seconds, and the Red Tiger F77 took, well, it takes forever, unfortunately. And we don't even have the rear camera plugged into this thing at this point in time either. 18.06 seconds on the Red Tiger. Okay, so now that we know the Vueroid A810 Pro does not have an impact-only parking mode, let's see how the Vueroid does compared to other products that are on the market with this option. So the Thinkware U3000 takes 1 second after impact to wake up and start recording, while the Vueroid takes 2 seconds, as you've seen in the video right there. So we actually do this test again just to verify, and as you can see, boom, Thinkware U3000, 1 second, and the Vueroid D21 4K is 2 seconds. So let's see how it does to some other products also that have this option. So let's see how it does to the Vantrue N4 Pro. So as you can see, we just made an impact, and it's going to take around 12 or 13 seconds for this thing to wake up. So if a vehicle actually backs into you, it's going to be 12 to 13 seconds. I mean, they could easily make a quick getaway, which means that dash camera is going to be rendered useless in the impact detection mode. So we also found out there was a quick impact detection mode from Vantrue as well. So here we go. We're going to try this, and boom, impact, and 6 seconds later is when the Vantrue N4 Pro actually wakes up. But in order for them to actually do this and come up with the actual quick impact detection, they have to increase their current draw quite drastically. They go from about 10 milliamps to about 110 milliamps. So it's 11 times the amount of current draw that they had before. But here's the thing that's weird, is if you actually look at the actual Vueroid, the Vueroid is drawing 2 milliamps of current. 2 milliamps of current in 2 seconds. The Thinkware is drawing 7 milliamps of current, and it's waking up in 1 second. And in order to get the Vantrue to wake up in 6 seconds, it's 110 milliamps of current. It doesn't really seem to make sense. right? So the least amount of wear and tear on your vehicle is going to be the Thinkware or the Vueroid. Yeah. The 70 my A810 takes 2 seconds to record after impact, which is actually quite amazing that it actually did that in 2 seconds after. 70 my A810, 2 seconds after impact again. So the next thing we're actually going to show you is the Rove in motion detection, the A139 Pro in motion detection, and the Red Tiger in impact only. This is a big thing they actually endorse on their website. If you actually look at this clipping here from Red Tiger, they actually respond saying they removed motion detection due to the fact that it was killing batteries, and they wanted to have something that draws very low current. And it does draw very low current. However, does it work effectively? Let's take a look at the video footage. So when we look here, the A139 Pro comes on early. The Rove R2 4K takes a few seconds before it actually clicks in. And we're going to take the basketball and we're going to actually throw it at the windshield to create an impact. So let's take a look here. And 1 steamboat, 2 steamboat, 3 steamboat, 4 steamboat, 5 steamboat, 6 steamboat, 7 steamboat, 8 steamboat, 9 steamboat. 9 seconds later, after your vehicle was hit, the Red Tiger is recording. And I've tested this 3 times now. So we're going directly into the impact only and energy saving mode, which only the Fine Vu and Thinkware F790 actually have. We're using the IROAD FX2 in motion detection just so that you can see the reaction time from the IROAD FX2 difference to the Thinkware F790 and to the Fine Vu GX33. So here we're actually going to test impact only, which is the energy saving mode. We've made impact, and you'll see 3 seconds later the F790 starts recording, and the GX33 takes 4 seconds to kick in and start recording. Okay, the results are in from our impact detection parking mode. And number 1 is the Thinkware U3000 with 1 second after impact. Followed by number 2 with the Vueroid D21 4K with 2 seconds. And the IROAD X10 Pro with 3 seconds after impact. Then the Thinkware F790 at 3 seconds after impact. The Fine Vu GX33 with 4 seconds after impact. And where it gets a little controversial now is the 70 my A810 has 2 seconds after impact. That's pretty amazing. Why would Ben put this at number 6? Why is it not like number 2, number 3? It should be up there because it's drawing 121 milliamps of current draw. It just doesn't make sense to me. To be honest, the whole point of this is to have low power mode. And to have it at 121 milliamps, you might as well use motion detection or time-lapse modes. It just makes a lot more sense to me. The Red Tiger F7N at number 7 with 9 seconds after impact. I unfortunately didn't have the data for the current draw. However, it's kind of pointless in this mode and ineffective. The Vantrue N4 Pro, which I know everybody thinks is the best dash cam since slice of bread. Occasionally we have people tell me that or put it in the comments on YouTube. However, in this mode, it's 121 to 10 milliamps and 6 to 13 seconds. And unfortunately, the thing that really bugs me about Vantrue is the fact that it actually says that you should only be using this parking mode option in high heat summer temperature. And unfortunately, it's not really going to catch much. So it's kind of ineffective, and I feel that the parking mode on Vantrue still needs to be polished. Now, maybe some of the brand new units that they just recently started releasing, maybe they've refined and fixed this, and who knows, maybe I'll get my hands on one of those and test them. But at this current time, from what I've seen, the N4 Pro, it needs to have a little bit of things corrected, unfortunately, with that. And the Red Tiger F77, which is 4K front, 4K rear, and everybody's talking about it, but 17 to 18 seconds after impact? Doesn't really make sense to me, unfortunately. It has a great low current draw mode. However, 17, 18 seconds, it's not getting anything. People are going to back into you, drive away, and they're going to be long gone before you even know they even hit you. So, is the impact detection low power mode worth it? You're probably looking at this and saying, the top 3 units that you selected are also some of the most expensive dash cameras that you can buy. So why would I want to invest in that? Well, the main problem nowadays is sometimes people don't want to buy a battery pack, and a battery pack could be anywhere from like $300 to like $500 just for a battery pack. Never mind, you have to pay installation fees. So if you can get a dash camera that has this low power mode and you don't need a battery pack because maybe you have an EV or a hybrid vehicle or a vehicle with a small battery, you know, like a Honda, a Mazda, a Toyota, right? This is a very good alternative solution. So you're not constantly recording while parked, but you have this option where maybe someone backs into you while you're going and getting the groceries, and you can still have some sort of coverage. Now, this is not going to be the right solution for everybody. Some people are just going to want motion detection. They're going to want to use time lapse, low bit rate, or maybe even radar parking mode from like the Thinkware U3000. And maybe you're also a person that wants to invest in a battery pack for long terms of parking mode while you're parked. Maybe you've had someone vandalize you. But this to me is a great solution. But keep in mind, if you want one that's reliable, it's going to cost, unfortunately, a little bit more than your standard dash cameras. And also, the main thing we also wanted to make sure to expose is just because the manufacturer says they have this option, aka, unfortunately, Red Tiger, right? The low power mode. It has low power mode, but it's completely ineffective when it takes anywhere from 9 to 18 seconds to wake up after somebody backs into your vehicle. I hope you enjoyed our video on low current draw impact detection parking mode, and I hope you have a better understanding of it now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you do have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. If you are looking to support us in any way, check us out, safedrivesolutions.com. Or if you are looking for professional dash cam installation, we do come directly to you in Greater Toronto and Greater Vancouver area. Thanks again for your support. Cheers.